What's going on, everybody? We are back. We are talking Cross, Season 2, Episode 2, titled Scatter. A break in the investigation brings the team to Chicago, following the man with the haunting grin from surveillance footage. Meanwhile, Kayla's personal mission encounters a tragedy. You know what? And they definitely did let us know about that tragedy at the very beginning of the episode, saying, hey, just want to let you know we're going to have some suicide up in this. Just want to give you a warning, okay? Beware or be squared. And yeah, it kind of did shake me, but Lamont, we are back Cross on Prime Video. We are big fans of Aldis Hodge. We are big fans of Isaiah Mustafa. Sir, we didn't talk about episode 1, and it was good. I really did like it. I do not consider Rebecca and Danny, being played by Wes Chatham and Janine Mason, I don't think they're villains. If they're going around executing and burning up child rapists and trafficking women and all this stuff, hey, send them to hell fast as you can. So, yeah, hey, they're heroes in my book, you know. So I really did enjoy the first episode. I also got to say, since we didn't talk about that, oh my gosh, isn't this a relevant time for this episode for this season to come out with? Okay, the Epstein files are being released in real life for the exact same thing that is going on in this episode. That was episode 1. Now we're in episode 2. How did you feel, sir? Tell us how you felt. Or how you feel, excuse me.
I loved every minute of it. And what makes a good, compelling villain is when they're doing something you can get behind because there's a righteous movement behind it. And we learned a lot about the movement of Rebecca from episode 1. And I've got a cute little nickname for her. Her nickname is SSW, sexy. Sexy Spanish widow, because that's what Russia figured out a long time ago. You send a hot woman into a place to infiltrate men, she can take them down. And that is what Rebecca is doing. And I admire her going after these child traffickers because literally, as B. Avery said, it's perfect timing. I literally wrote similar script, and I'm about wondering if somebody in Paramount read it, because this is very similar to a movie script I wrote where the villain would be considered Rebecca, and you've got child traffickers going on. And I almost don't even want her to get in trouble, which is a sign of a great antagonist.
Yeah. I agree. So, I didn't even realize I was switching the thing over there. My fault, my bad. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I agree with pretty much everything you said right there. And so, hopefully they make out of this alive, because, you know, they are taking out the trash and I don't have to get my hands dirty. But switching gears just a little bit, Lamont, you have a daughter, Elle.
Yep.
Who is, let me guess, 5 or 6 years old right now?
She's 5.
She is 5 years old. How old does Elle have to be before you give her a cell phone? Because that is what the little girl in this episode wanted to play with, Miss Little Janine. How old does Elle got to be before you get her a cell phone, sir?
Elle has had a cell phone since she was 3, but the problem is we put an app on it that we kind of invented called the dummy phone, where she's only allowed to just basically make calls and use mommy and daddy's Facebook, the Facebook video people. If she knew how to find you on Facebook, she would be video calling Uncle Avery, because she loved to call people that she see on the YouTube channel and stuff like that. But she has a phone. She can use that phone for YouTube for kids, Facebook, and to make phone calls.
Right on. I didn't get a cell phone till I was like 15 to 16. So all you little kids out there that is watching our recap, which are probably not, okay, I'm jealous. Okay, so yeah, I'm just jealous.
And be Avery, cell phones weren't even invented when I was in high school. We had to use pagers.
I had me a pager too. I had me a pager and a cell phone. I remember one of my classmates, his name was Jorge. He was like, Brendan, why do you have a cell phone and a pager? That doesn't make sense. You just need, either have the pager or the phone. You don't need both. I will always remember that. But shout out to the Nokia phones and the pagers. No, on a serious note, man, you have a beautiful family. We talk about it often, behind the stage. And one of the things I do respect about you, sir, is I don't think without any hesitation that you would do anything to save your family, if they was in danger. Even if it was from your wife who, I guess, bent the knee to some, well, they're not these anti-heroes, with this safety deposit box. Cousin Manny goes to the house. He's taking pictures with the family. They having somewhat fun at the breakfast table. The kids look like they having a good time. Like, hey, these are our cousins right here. But the husband and wife, the adults, are scared out of their minds. They're like, oh my gosh, are they going to murder us in front of our kids? Now, I will personally never do anything to put myself in this type of situation, but these characters did. Even though they're bad, and we're going to get to that, I want to step out of the episode a little bit. What would you do in this situation if two individuals pop up, they're trying to play all hunky-dory with you, playing patty cakes and dabbing your kids up and talking about this and playing games, but you know that they're there for evil reasons, man, and that they're dangerous? Would you do what they say so that your family can be safe? Or would you go ahead and pull out your secret weapon that you have hidden in the hall, somewhere behind the picture frame, under the desk, wherever you got it hidden in your house, and just blow them away, blow them to smithereens right there, and wipe your hands clean, and hopefully, they boss don't come and find. Like, how would you handle that situation?
Depending upon the situation, the minute I get a clearing to try to defend the house, I'm doing it. Whether it's going to be a knife, whether it's going to be a gun, whether it's going to be fisticuffs, get that ass beat, I am defending that family, because the statistics say when someone is trying to hold you hostage, someone is trying to grab you, the further away you get from the place where they take you, your chances of survival, not just being found, but survival, drop down. Like, you got 10% survival chance. So no, I'm going down swinging, I'm going down fighting. And routinely, my family has like a management escape plan that we discuss, just in case something like this happens, just in case the house is on fire, just in case L is on the other side of the house, something happens. That's another reason why she's got a phone and she can call Facebook, she can use YouTube, because stuff happens. And sometimes you cannot get to your gun quick. And when you are a parent, you have young kids, you have to have, well, if you're responsible, you keep your gun somewhere where it can only open for mom and dad's fingerprint. That's what we have.
Yeah.
And because life goes so fast, sometimes you won't be able to get to those weapons. So you've got to have some kind of other weapon that you've got somewhere around the house that you can grab and get in an emergency. And we do have those in place.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you 100%. When I get a house, me and my wife, I want us to have like 10 guns each, all different types, calibers, all that. I'm with it. I also have other weapons all around the house. I got batons, I got saws, I got knives, I got bow staffs, I got ninja stars. Only thing I don't have is bear or pepper spray. And I need to get me some of that too. I just had to ask, man, I was just so frustrated with how the father handled this situation. Like, he just seemed so frail and weak. Like, I don't know what to do. The lives of my family is in the hands of my wife right now. And that's just backwards. And I'm just like, and the kids are just so oblivious. We would have had some type of code too. Like, I'm going to blink 3 times, pause for a second, and blink another 2 times. That means that these are the evil people, and we're going to jump them in 10 seconds from all directions. I'm joking, but I'm serious. So that just really...
B, let me ask you something, if I can, about that dad. Do you think he is aware what his wife is into?
You know what? That's a good question. I want to say no, but he could be.
Me too.
I'm just guessing here. I'm spitballing, but I want to say no, because it looked like he was completely oblivious to what was going on.
Right.
I could be wrong. Okay, he could be playing possum, but we'll get to that in a second, man. We knew Rebecca was lying, man. We knew who she was, when she showed up at the bank. Or no, she was at the house. Wait, was she at the house? I can't remember if she was at the house.
No, she showed up at the bank.
Okay, yeah, she showed up
in
at
a
the bank.
wig.
Yeah. And I want to say that banks have some type of, because I mean, a lot of people worked at banks before. I think I worked at this in-store bank. I think, yeah, I've worked at two. And, you know, the second one, it was a bigger bank and they did have safety deposit boxes. I want to say there has to be some protocol to where if you get blackmail, but I guess you're going to throw the protocol away if they send in pictures of your family, you know, through the phone, and, you know, you just going to ignore all of that. I don't know. But she got in there, man. She tried to trick her, tried to hide some documents, but no. Rebecca was like, oh, no, you tried to get away with this, but we got you. So put all these documents in here. And she got her throat slit in the car. She got, was that justified or no?
100% justified. I want you to think about what's going on in America. And I want you to think about what a lot of women feel like were the most evil people in the Epstein trafficking. You had the women who was enabling these white men to mess with underage girls, and in sometimes recruiting the girls, and in sometimes making the girls feel at ease and comfortable to deal with these men. And that's what SSW did. Sexy Spanish Widow did. Rebecca. She was like, hell to the no, you are the worst. And oftentimes, be Avery, yes, the men are wrong, but the women are even worse than the men because they know that what you're putting these girls through is going to mentally scar them. They put their trust in you as a woman, and then you in turn go send them to these men that are going to try to do God knows what in every hole a little girl has, and it's sickening. So she deserved every bit of that knife.
Yeah, she did. Only thing I didn't like about the killing is I wish she would have kind of set the seat back, because, you know, when her dead body fell forward, it landed on the horn. And I wanted them to get away with it. If they killing, you know, child sex, you know, if they killing child rapists and traffickers and murderers, I want them to get away with it. But that horn is going to be drawing attention. So, you know, other than that, you know, chef's kiss, you know, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm going to add to that point of the horn that you wanted to see them because you're worried the horn might get them. I think the issue that's going to get SSW Rebecca is going to be a conversation she had with that mentor of hers. And the mentor basically said this was a foreshadowing moment. Do you need vengeance for someone who didn't do anything? Because it seems like Jessica is starting to get a taste of killing these people, and it's starting to become, you know, she's starting to become almost desensitized to it when it first started out about justice for her mom, justice for these kids. But it seems like she's really getting the rocks off with it. And that's when it's probably going to turn to, we're not going to like this antagonist as much as we like her now. And shout out to Amazon and Paramount, first of all, for putting this story on TV right now with the climate, and secondly, for casting such a beautiful, diverse cast and putting this thing in crystal clear 4K. I mean, first episode, SSW Rebecca, it was so clear I could see the hairs on her fine face, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That is the kind of woman that scares me. But Janine Mason, you're doing a damn good job, and we might be trying to interview you soon.
Right on. What do you think about Miss Kayla? Miss Kayla, the FBI agent, Miss Alana Tale, right here, the Israeli-American singer and actress. She is getting these text messages, man. She getting these text messages saying you need to show up at this meeting in 4 hours and 30 minutes. And it is getting in the way of her shift, man. At the end of the first episode, there was a gun with no numbers on it, and it's popping back up. And it is maybe linked back to her. We don't know all the details yet, other than it's from an organization, underground organization called Bad Religion. And there is somebody at the top, like Mr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, called Mastermind. Now, this is crazy. You know, she go in the meeting, Lamont. She meeting up with Maggie. Hey, Maggie girl, how you been? It's been such a long time. Girl, I'm good over here. I got married. Yes, we started making babies, and my kids are doing this. You know, they had the recital at school, and little Bobby was the dog, and he was playing with the Frisbee, and it was just the cutest thing. We're going to have a Thanksgiving. You should come over. What? Bad Religion? What? Mastermind? Tell my kids I love them. Bam, blow your head off. Whoa. Whoa, Lamont, I don't think the conversation was longer than 2 minutes. And it went from, hey, girl, how you doing, to blowing the face off. That Mastermind is a bad mamma jamma if he got it like that. What's going on, Lamont? What are your thoughts, sir? What are your thoughts?
I saw that and I was like, damn, is Mastermind Thanos? What the fuck? Like, what the hell? Because you went from talking about I done got married, showing a ring, to pulling out a gun and shooting yourself. Like, bruh,
Yeah.
how do you go from one of the happiest moments of your life to probably the worst moment of somebody's life? It's one of the most selfish moments. That is pure fear. You know what this reminds me of, B. Avery, and I think that, inspiration has been taken from all these things that go on. Like, this reminds me of Scientology. When people try to get out of Scientology, there's a hard time. They get stalked. They get the tires slashed. In some cases, people have been abducted. And it sounds like they got caught up in one of these kind of culty situations. And whoever Mastermind is, he has got to be Thanos. But that creates a great dynamic in the show because Kayla's got drama. 2 John got drama. And of course, Cross has drama. And then on top of that, Kayla got a thing for Cross, as we learned from Maggie before she pulled that gun on herself. But I felt the energy anyway. Yeah. I remember saying this to you last year, and you and some of your audience saying, "Look, Mom, you think everybody want to give up panty draws?" I'm 45 years old, y'all. I know what the hell is going on. I know what like me energy looks like. Okay, I go work out at the gym every day. I see like me energy, and that's what Kayla was giving, and it was confirmed right as her friend killed herself. Damn.
Yeah.
Mastermind.
Wow. Right on. You do be hitting it out the park with the panty draws. At least 80-90% of the time. So I got to give you that. I wish I had the clapping sound effects loaded up. I'll have to get that for next time. But to add on to that, Lamont, not only did the friend Maggie make a comment about it, but I think Samson did too in the first episode. Like, he was like, y'all getting close and attention, and he's like, nah, it ain't like that, player. You know what I'm saying? Da da da. When he was teasing him about Elle, but we're gonna talk about her in a second too, because they got the draws in as well, and so did Isaiah Mustafa, Samson as well. But about Samson, about Detective Samson, that is his name, right? Detective Samson. Am I tripping?
Yep, Detective John. They call him 2 John.
Oh, I'm tripping. Hold on, am I that incorrect? I could have sworn. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. My bad. Okay, John Sampson. Okay, that's his. Yeah. Gotcha. So my fault. He had a bombshell land on his doorstep at the end of the first episode. He found out that his mom is still alive, and that's that has to suck. That has to hurt, man. It has to make you feel all types of ways. No matter how old you are, whether you're 11 or 62 or anywhere in between. But not only that, Lamont. In this episode, he finds out that his homie, his home skillet, his home slice, Cross, knew the whole time since they were kids. Wow. Now, is Cross wrong for not saying something? Or is he right? Does John have a right to be upset? Like, how you gonna tell me that my mama is still alive? I thought she was. That's crazy right there, bro. Like, I mean, some people are not able to have a decent relationship with their mother, but most are. And probably the most important person in most people's lives. What are your thoughts there, sir? What are your thoughts there?
First and foremost, shout out to the actor playing 2 John. Phenomenal job. Love the haircut. You and Cross exude the swag of this age's Black King, as you see on my shirt.
Yeah,
you guys exude that, and you exude the brotherhood that can be tied to 2 brothers helping each other. Cross didn't really have a choice because Nana held it from him. And what I would have had done and what Cross should have had done, Nana didn't want him to say a word. So as long as you living in Nana house, and Nana looked like the type that'll beat your ass if you run your mouth. You can't say nothing while you living in Nana house. But the minute you become grown men, that's probably when you should have said something. And oftentimes people lie about stuff, and this is the Achilles heel for Cross. He lies a lot. He's hurting a lot of people that care about him because this Negro stay lying. At some point in time, you've got to let people have the hard truth and let them work with it. They will respect you and love you more on the back end than if they find out something that you think they'll never find out. So he should have said something when they were older.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of got mad at Frost too because, well, the way he handled it after that in the office when they was in the interrogation room trying to put all the pieces together. Mm-hmm. John is over there just trying to work, man, just trying to get through the day when he got this news. Cross comes over there and tries to talk to him about it. John was like, okay, not here and not now. But Cross still over here, yappity, yappity, yappity. I'm like, man, will you shut up and respect this man's space? He said, not here. Why would he want to talk about that in front of everybody? Can we wait till lunchtime? He just no yappy, yappy, yappy. I don't know. I was a little annoyed about it.
The real life behind that is that sometimes when you're really close to someone, whether it be a spouse, a friend, a brother, or a friend who's close like a brother, you don't like that tension between y'all. I mean, I've heard plenty of couples say you don't go to bed mad at each other. Maybe you can't resolve the issue, but you make sure you guys are on a respectable playing field before you go to bed. And in episode 1, Cross gave that speech about how Two John saved him. And the forgiveness Two John gave him, and I think all that is going through his head, and he just want to get back on good footing with his friend.
Already. Y'all let us know what y'all think. But Lamont, I want to know how you feel about this gentleman right here, Mr. Bill Gates. I mean, Matthew Lillard, Lance Durand, with his prosperity to feed America. And with the 3 fingers and lying and stuff to Cross. They trying to help him, and he don't want to get a whole story. Wait, what do you think about this character right here?
Oh, he's guilty as fuck, as 50 Cent would say. he probably done been on that island inserting fingers in girls and shit. He's guilty, B. Avery. I mean, literally, we have a real life reference going on right now that you guys are going to hear throughout these reviews. We have the Epstein files and all the things we found about these rich white guys going to private islands where they thought that they was untouchable. And now some of them are starting to get touched, even if not in America, in other countries. Yeah. And so he had something to do with it. Whether he touched the girl or not, he knew that this man was trafficking girls. And we see how rich people, as long as they can pay to play, they will turn a blind eye to damn near anything unless it affects them directly.
Right.
You see, he went there to get help with his business because it had to close down for COVID. So he needed to get a license, and he needed Hellberg or whatever, Hellwig, whatever his name was,
I think Hellwig,
to help him get a license.
Yeah.
But people have a reputation. Like they know. And when you get into these billionaire clubs, they be sharing all kinds of dirty shit because I've told you and your audience, the way I got into business was I was raised by some of these dirtbag white guys who are rich that lie and say, pull yourself up by the bootstraps while they're busy socializing the government's money, telling you not to use the government's money so that they can use it. And when they get the money, they go private island, they snorting cocaine off girls' butts. They just think that they're untouchable. And so this guy thinks he's untouchable, but B. Avery, he's about to get touched. And
yeah,
I do believe there are several people on the inside working against him, other than what they showed us in episode 2.
It's interesting what you said is about the money and the government, but then they're using the government. Like I forgot who I was talking to, or maybe it was just a comment section I saw, but it was a black chick like, I don't need the government. I don't need reparations. That's just a handout. But I think recently in the news, like Trump met with like 10 billionaires, for deals. One of them was Planeteer or Planet. It's just like even they used it was just silly. And you made me think about that. When you said it. Do you think this character's gonna die? You think he's gonna make it out of here alive, or you think he's gonna end up dead or in jail? Which or he gonna get away scot-free?
Wow, I'm a little perplexed on that. I haven't gotten enough detail and data to think that he's gonna die, but I'll put it this way: it's either jail or death. Okay. There's no way he's coming out of this unscathed because they've already caught him in a lie. First of all, but he did a good job of trying to downplay the lie by saying he didn't want to be associated with the crimes that are going to be coming out about Hellwig. But bruh, ain't nobody said nothing about the crimes yet, except for you. That hasn't been major news yet because the feds is trying to keep it on the low. So you just incriminated yourself, my brother, Mr. Echo Fields and all that bull job. And whoever wrote this, shout out to you because you're doing a good job of showing what's the problem is in America with these rich white guys that feel like they're untouchable.
This is true. This is true. I don't have the name or a picture of this actress, but his main security agent or security officer, she look like Ellen a little bit, but more fit version. What do you think of her? Do you think that she's part of the cabal as well, or ignorant and innocent?
I don't trust her.
You don't?
I don't trust her. I do not trust her. She is an insider for somebody. She's definitely an insider. I do not trust her. And that's when I said there are people in this inner circle I don't trust. She's one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I don't trust her either. It's a possibility that she may flip on Lance Duran, Matthew Lillard's real name, but I don't trust her either. Looks like she doesn't use tissue after she goes to the restroom. You guys let us know what you think about that because we are curious. But Dr. Zukov, she's strong on her feelings. She's strong. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I just said the name. I'm being for real. I'm curious.
Like her story arc, man, she's so dickmatized, man. Just go ahead, bro. We'll get there.
We share the same opinion, feeling, sentiment right there because man, as soon as Cross and Kayla showed up, man, she got on the plane to Chicago looking over her shoulders. Hey, babe, I love you. These cops, or one cop and an FBI agent, came in asking about you, and I wanted to see you. Mr. John Ramos, Mr. Esteban over there with the greasy, smile that's hides away from surveillance. He's like, woman, you're gonna get me caught. You're gonna, what are you doing? You shouldn't have came. You should have got here next month. Like, first of all, I have to say, their communication system was pretty dope. I didn't understand it entirely, but hey, go to this random mailbox, get the card. Somebody's gonna show up at 12:07. Show them the card if they invite. Y'all seen the episode. I mean, that's pretty cool. How that works. Whether that's real or not. But oh boy, she got a boyfriend caught. She got a boy toy. Chased down the alley. She was able to help him infiltrate the assembly, and just like, he had to yell out murderer, murderer, murderer. And, they some rebellion, some rebels, some revolutionaries, in a sense, which I like the cause. Yeah, man, she got a boy almost caught up, it ended up being a chase. He went down to the sewers, before I go there, man, how you feeling about Dr. Zukov?
She's gonna die. Dr. Zukos was dumb as hell to actually go there. First of all, after the police come and talk to you, that was a dumb move. She's dickmatized because not only is she risking her career, she's risking her life. And not only is she dickmatized, but she's dumb dickmatized because if the police tell you they got questions, your man is in trouble, and then you just haul up and book tickets electronically and go see them, you messing up. You should have drove there. Like, you already got the communication lined up where you go get the tarot card out of the newspaper dispenser, right? That's perfect. But you didn't do the first part right. So she's going to be fodder for this situation. And I just love how Esteban had a damn Master Splinter lair like the Ninja Turtles down there in the sewers. Yeah. I was like, dude had a shrine. The only thing he needed was to take down Rebecca's picture and put up Master Splinter and the Ninja Turtles. Loved it, man.
Saying?
Loved it.
Yeah. Do you love anybody enough to go live in a sewer, to put up a shrine, to memorialize them, remember them, praise them, worship them? Also, that was his fingers in the jar, like they were speculating. I mean, that's what's going on, bro. I don't think no coochie is that good, my guy. I mean, it's impossible. And I mean, unless every time you smash, you get $1 million, You know, you get. I mean, where you at on that? Because that was a lot. He had a whole setup down there, whole setup.
Well, you got to think that when a lot of people turn human beings into their gods, and Rebecca SSW is his god. She's into the tarot cards. He's into the tarot cards. I'm sure that she got him into the tarot cards some way. But more importantly, what she did was the people that took off his fingers, she got justice, probably taking them out and got his fingers back for him. And so now she has become his god, his female god. And he worships her and all the things she do because she was the savior. Just like people who are into the Bible, Jesus Christ is your savior. Rebecca, with her fine ass, hairy face, is the savior, okay? For him and a whole lot of other people who she's getting vengeance for. And I wonder how many other people we're going to see that Rebecca is dishing out black justice to.
Yes. And she is fine. We got some nice shots of her back in the first episode. Looking lovely. I'm not really into tattoos, but it looked good on her. It looked good on her.
And she looked like she lived.
Yes, this is true. She does consume the protein. Do you know who else consumes the protein, Lamont?
Her hind parts look like she consumed protein. Yes, I know who else like they consume the protein.
I think we're on the same page. Talking about Ed,
yes.
Played by Miss Samantha Walks. My goodness gracious. Before we talk about what happened in episode 2, we got to talk about what happened in episode 1. Okay, Lamont? Cross went over to the crib and he was trying to apologize. And you know what she was doing right before that, Lamont? She was in the bathtub by herself with her toy. And I think that the batteries ran out. Cross came and rang the doorbell, and she was like, God damn it, I don't got no batteries. I got AA, but I need AAA. But Cross is here. Okay, I haven't been knowing Trevor too much, okay, maybe a year, but, he just don't have that sex appeal like Cross do. I don't want my body count to go up. I've already slept with him in the past. Let's go ahead and rub one out for the night. Cross wakes up the next morning like, yeah, I'm Big Dick Willie. I put it down. I'm about to go to work, but I really do like you. So how about dinner later on tonight? She was like, no, sir, no. I was just using you. And she still thinks that she can come around the house and play with the babies, play with the daughters. And we're talking about episode 2 now. I want to know your opinion on this. First of all, she fine. I already know if you would have blonde her or not. That's obvious. But was she wrong for having sex with Cross in episode 1? And here in episode 2, is she delusional? And yes, I want to use that word delusional for feeling some type of way because Cross was like, hey, I don't think you should be coming around no more if we're not going to be together. It is confusing. What are your thoughts there? Because I have mine.
That's a super loaded question because there's many angles to take it from, and I do mean pun intended, folks. There is many angles you want to go get into that character. They showed a backside shot of her in that black and white dress. You could have put a cup on them hind part. Lord have mercy, that is a fine woman. But anyway, women don't do sex the way men do it. Men, we get hot in the pants maybe five nights a week. Women, if they get a good nut, Avery, they can be good for weeks on end. They can be good. They can fulfill their inner whatever it is that we had, like men have, by doing painting projects, DEI projects, stuff like that. And on some level, you can't blame her for using him, but on the other level, you can because she knew. He just came there and told you he wants to be with you. Mm-hmm. He just told you that. He didn't say, I just want to have a one night stand with you. I want to be with you. And first of all, I don't trust light-skinned Carlton Banks that she's dating. I don't trust him. I don't trust light-skinned Carlton Banks. Yeah. Something is up with him. I think we might see him as a criminal before the end of the season. But in terms of coming around the family, on one hand, you could say the more positive people you can put in the lives of kids, the better. And Nana loves her. But the problem is you've got someone around who, as a man, you do not want to be in her friend zone. You want to be in her boyfriend zone. And you're trying to do the right thing so that you're not bothering her, putting her in a place of contentment, resentment because you want to be with her and y'all screwed. So I can understand him wanting to have a boundary where she's not there. I can completely understand that boundary. But then on the other hand, you are fighting issues, and she laid it out pretty clearly. Cross, nobody calls you when they need you. They call me. And oftentimes they call him because he's lying. And so when you put that caveat in there, I think she needs to stay around. But let's be 100% honest about this before you women start saying, yeah, Lamont, now you're talking right. Elle knows good and damn well she still has it for Cross. Because if she didn't, she would not want to be coming around, period. That's she true. Wouldn't want to be in an uncomfortable situation either. You ladies can deny it. I'm 45. I've dated plenty of women. I've had plenty of interactions, and I know women a lot. And if she really didn't want to be with Cross, she would not be coming around dealing with his kids.
I agree. I can't remember if it was this episode or the first episode, but Cross said, he made a line to her. It was like, yeah, but I put in the work. I dealt with the grief. I dealt with the pain, for a year and a half, kind of like he was entitled to her. I understood where he was coming from. I didn't like his delivery personally. Am I tripping, or you see where I'm coming? You agree?
No, I disagree. I don't see where the entitlement part comes from when you're making a case for how you are a better person after you've made a huge mistake. Okay. He's explaining to her that he did put in work to be better. And I can relate to it because I've made mistakes in relationships similar. And I had to put in work figuring out exactly what did I do wrong? How did I hurt you? What was it that I hurt you? Did I fix the things within me so that I can be a better person for me and for you? And he's trying to let her know that, but he's still, in her opinion, and he didn't say he's fixed this, he's still a liar.
Right on. You spoke on this earlier and about Rebecca's mentor when she said if they lived, there's no need to avenge them. There was a disagreement in logic there. I think it was unspoken. How are you feeling about the mentor? Are they 10 toes down, or do you think she's going to flip on Rebecca?
Oh, no, nobody's flipping on Rebecca. The only way that the mentor would flip is if Rebecca starts killing people that don't need to be avenged. And you can already kind of see that dynamic coming. Okay. It might even get to the point where Rebecca might have to kill the mentor because, in TV lore, you have not really killed somebody until you kill somebody you love. That's when you're a real killer. And as of right now, everybody she's killing needs to be killed for the way that they're behaving. But it could come down to that. So I'm going to put that as a death prediction. The mentor might die at the hands of SSW, Rebecca.
I was surprised to see this gentleman. He's in prison. He got all the
Big
plants.
Bobby Trey.
Yeah, he bucking at the guards and stuff. Kayla want him out. He's like, oh my God, what has got you so rattled that you releasing the Kraken? I cannot stand this guy. He is disgusting to me, but he is doing such a great job fulfilling that role. Because, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Like, just being a slimy, sneezling, just conniving asshole. And I love him for it. I did not think he was going to pop up again in season 2. And I do like the extra spice that he adds to the show, the extra drama. Because he was a monster in the first season. And now with Kayla being up a creek, she can't use no FBI assets, can't tell nobody the people upstairs, so she doesn't have no choice. So is there anything that he can do to redeem himself?
Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of things he can do to redeem himself. Number one, if he jump in front of a bullet for her, that's redeemable. I'm not saying he got to die, but if he was to jump in front of a bullet for her, that's a redeeming quality. He was willing to die to save this woman. I like him because he is such a sniveling, demented weasel, and he plays the hell out of this, and he's knocking that New Orleans accent out the park, which makes it even more evil and demented. Not saying that people with New Orleans accents are evil and demented, but the way he delivers his words and his lines with the accent makes him more evil and demented, not the New Orleans accent by itself. And I just, want to know what type of stuff that Bobby Trey is going to get us into. And at the end of the day, I think Kayla should have had just told Cross. I think Cross would help her. I think she's getting caught up in the fact that she wanted to get in his panty drawers, and he is not having it. He's not biting nothing with Kayla. And Kayla should have told Cross, and Cross probably could solve it. But now you're going to have a whole big thing with Bobby Trey, and he's probably going to be able to get out of jail with whatever help he's going to give. You're on mute, my brother.
Thanks. They did have the conversation at the diner towards the end. She didn't give him all the details, but she did let him know that that was up a creek. You saying that she should have told him all the details?
Everything, yes. She should have. Okay. She didn't give him enough information that he can help do anything. She should have gave him all the information.
Okay, yeah. And how you feeling about Kayla's boss? Mr. Secretive Man. It's just like, hey, if it gets up to the top, like what's up with him? You trust him? You don't trust him?
I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Like, I want to trust him because he seems like he's trying to help her. But who's to say that he's not honeypotting this situation? Okay. Yeah. Like, they've got us thinking that he's, she's kind of his grasshopper or whatever. But something tells me that he's doing some of this for his own gain, and the season will reveal it.
The season will reveal it. The season will reveal it. Lamont, that's all I have on my end. Is there anything that I left out that you are dying to go over, sir?
Nothing really. I just can't wait to see what happens in Halligan, Texas, where they're going to go try to get Lincoln Esteban. And I kind of can't wait to see who on the good side, quote unquote, is going to have to take on SSW Rebecca with her fine self. And I'm wondering, will Elle somehow or another get thrown into this mix and be in trouble again because of Cross's case, which is what got him in trouble with her in the first place?
I sure hope not.
And what is Two John gonna do about his mama? I see them at some point in time coming together. I don't think that he's gonna be able to walk away from this, because curiosity does get you when it comes to who gave birth to you. So I think somehow or another he's gonna get to her, and whatever crime they're trying to slap on her, I don't believe she did it.
Okay. I like it, man. We got a lot to discuss and analyze for the remaining 6 episodes, and we will be here same time, same place, whenever that is, for episode 3. But for now, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in to our Corral Season 2, Episode 2 recap. We really do appreciate it. This episode was called Scatter, and again, we'll be back for feed as well. I want to thank my guest, Mr. Lamont Tyson. Sir, this is what I'm telling you what your channel looks like. This is what Lamont's channel looks like. There will be a description there will be a description. Goodness gracious, I can't talk. There will be a link to his channel in the description of this video. So subscribe. And if you're watching this on Lamont's channel, okay, subscribe to my channel. Hopefully there's a link to my channel in his description. I'm pretty sure there will be. If not, I don't want to be his friend anymore. I'm just kidding. But guys, we all want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I am B. Avery. That is Lamont. And that is just our opinion. Peace out. And we will see you next time.